Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Here on this chart, we have seen another reaction to micro support. That's essentially what we have been watching for today. You might remember that in the first update today, I shared with you that the decline looks like a 5-wave move down, and that if we that basically in the yellow count, which is the short-term bullish one, but also in the short-term bearish one, we should see a bounce and a rally into this resistance area, which is defined between 82,536 to 84K. The price then broke above the first trend line to indicate a local low was in place, rallied to the next trend line, reached a 38.2 retracement. At that point, I said, look, those were updates I sent through to our Discord members. If you're interested in additional updates in between videos, check out our gold membership. But the communication was that ideally we go a little higher, because even if this is a wave 2 in the white scenario, the 38.2 retracement, and I'm only going by probabilities, right? This is not about predicting and, I told you so. This is more about what is the most probable outcome. And think about it. We had a support area here to which, well, at least here it was probable that the price would react to it. Why? Because first of all, it's a Fibonacci support area. The price typically reacts to these, okay? Even if it's just a weak reaction, that's one thing. Then what have we seen in terms of patterns over the last few days again and again? Well, the market hasn't made a decision, right? So we haven't broken any support. We haven't broken any resistance. Therefore, it made sense for the market again to avoid a decision. Yeah, the market didn't want to make a decision, so of course it didn't break support. It would have been clear then. Yeah, the chart would have been clear then. So of course, it was quite probable to see a reaction to support, especially given that in the yellow count we expected one, and in the white count. Okay, so yeah, we've seen that. And then also in terms of probabilities, the wave 2 usually reaches the 50% retracement, while the wave 2 can reach the 38.2 retracement, which was at 82,530, and that could have been enough. This is generally quite weak for a wave 2. So at least getting to the 50% retracement of this decline seemed probable, and we're there now pretty much at 82,960, which is also now the next resistance. It doesn't look like it's finished yet, so it might still go a little bit higher. Could easily also test here exactly that 50% retracement level. And yeah, again, it's at 82,960. Or the 61.8 retracement at 83,390. Or the 78.6 retracement at 84K. These would be the next levels to watch. And obviously, this is seen as a corrective rally. I mean, I'm not labeling the micro here because, I mean, this could be an A, B, C in wave 2, and then maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 4, 5 pattern. But this is such a small wave degree and time frame that it doesn't really make sense to label it specifically. That's why we're tracking resistance. And in addition to that, now that we've broken above these trend lines, I can remove them from the chart. What we could now watch for is potentially, okay, do we have another trend line we can track to the upside? Yeah, and I think so. I think we could at least add here this trend line, which acts as potentially support at the moment. Yeah, it's not too steep. It's okay. The price could certainly climb a little higher here. And it's just something to watch. And a break below the trend line could be an early indication that at least this local uptrend is finished, okay, is completing. And yeah, as I said, the next resistances should be clear. And once we break below this trend line, the focus shifts to those previous swing lows around 81,950. And then here, the intraday low around 81,850. Below that, it becomes very probable that we have actually topped in this white wave 2. Again, already a break below the trend line could be an early indication, but obviously it would require further evidence. So again, this is an area where I'm watching for a reaction now, similar to how I was watching for reaction in support. Now that we're moving into resistance and we are arriving at ideal targets for the white count. I'm just on the lookout for potential 5-wave movements to the downside. Nothing is shown yet. Okay, and if we see that, it would likely be the 3rd wave down. So, yeah, I mean, overall, that pattern that we've seen over the last few days was that, the market is moving up in corrective patterns, it's moving down in corrective patterns, it's not made any decision. And definitely there's still a debate going on between the yellow scenario, which is still bullish, and the bearish one, yeah, in white, which could send the price down lower towards 75K, 72K. But we discussed all these levels before. As I said, from the short-term bullish point of view, we could be moving higher in wave C of 3 towards 90K, but that needs further evidence, like, first of all, a break above micro resistance, but then here, even this larger degree resistance, yeah, at 85,470. Yeah, just trying to explain here the smallest microstructures. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, yeah, after this, I'll be available on X for another hour. So if you have any questions, just post them here in this Bitcoin post. I'll be there and answer all questions about the video or about Bitcoin in general or other charts, whatever. Just post them here if you're interested. Yeah, check it out. Link to X is in the description and pinned in the comment section. Thank you very much.